For the ladies. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to take a look at books for the ladies. Yes, women love romance, nurse fiction, and other types of romantic books. And here's two series that I think of interest to for the ladies, and a lot of guys might be interested in some of these books too, because they have some really nice art. The first we're going to take a look at is the Woman's Weekly Library, a British thin paperback series from 1960 to 1962. And the next is we're going to be taking a look at this box set of nurse paperbacks from Unibooks from around 1969 to 1971. So without further ado, we're going to take a look at the books in the Woman's Weekly Library series now. Wow, I can't see what these glasses are all fogged up. Now I can see. Oh,
Nurse books
you
tend
know
to
what?
do that.
I'm looking at these are your glasses.
That's not going to work.
That helps. Oh, look at that. Okay, those are my wife's glasses. They look the same. So this is number 5 in the series. They're these very thin, kind of like the later Sexton Blake series. Very thin, 64 pages. Started from, this is number 5 from 1960. And it's Spun by the Moon by Leslie Lance. And they just have really nice kind of cute covers on them. Very, very, very cute and sweet, actually. Coveted Country, number 11. The Little Cousin. I don't know about the authors. If these are, and I'll show you the backs of them, what they look like. They all look the same. Kind of same design. I don't know about the authors. Some of these may be collectible authors in the woman's romance genre. I'm not sure about them. These are British. They were originally Ward Locke books that were then reprinted in these slim paperbacks, 64 pages. They say 25 cents, even though they're British. So I believe that these were printed for the Canadian market. And that's where, that's probably there were Canadian editions, but they're British from Fleetway Publications. This is number 17, One Small Flower. Just really pretty, cute artwork. I don't know who did the covers. Some of the covers are signed, but I didn't know any of the names. Sisters in Love, that could be a sleaze book, but we're not getting into that. But that's the title. A House Called Parody. I don't care if you're too old or I'm too young. I cried. I love you. That's all there is to it. These are all books of love. Lover's Meeting by Barbara Blackburn. Did he want to go back to the past? Lucy wondered to mend what was broken. The Halfway House by Jane Langford. If Jill had not been taken for her sister, so many things might have been different. Again, these are 60, up to 64. Dear Anna, Dorothy Quinton. There's a charm to this artwork. It's sweet, it's innocent. This is Pepper Tree Lane, number 30, and it is signed, but I can't read the signature of the author, of the artist. Never seen that signature before. Briar Ways by another Dorothy Quinton, quite a few by Dorothy Quinton. I just like these. I think there's a sweetness to them. They're cute and kind of nice. Roses for the Bride, romantic, tender. Not the usual thing we do on this channel as far as like hard-boiled crime, science fiction, sleaze, but it's something I think that's interesting. Summer's Grace. One Enchanted Summer. And this one is also signed down here by the artist, which I can't make it out. I can't make out the signatures. Learned by Her Heart, Barbara Blackburn, another.
It's funny, that's a different signature, but it's very similar to the other signature.
Yeah, but I can't make it out. Number 66, The Honest Heart. Nice wedding picture there. Number 73, Nan and the New Owner. It's lucky for the man when he meets the right girl, Rock said. Rock, R-O-C. Rock's a tough guy. Lost Melody, number 74. The Edge of Nowhere, that could be like a noir title. On a sheep station, Catherine met her brother's partner.
Did you ever read any of these?
No, and I'm not planning to. Well, maybe The Edge of Nowhere. That title sounds... That's a great noir title. Store Deluxe by Iris Danbury, number 76. An Exciting Job, An Unknown Future. They were both Selena's, so she got a job in a store. Number 83, Wild Violets. Her heart was hurt. She didn't intend to fall in love with another Irishman. So she'd fallen in love with one Irishman. And
Not another
Irishman. Forsaken Paradise, An Island in the Pacific. What a setting for romance. Va-va-voom. These are cute. And this one is a later one. This is like probably around 500 in the 550 series. So this might be like in the 70s, perhaps. And that's The Bride's House. So those are the Fleetway Woman's Weekly Library. It's not the whole run of the series by any means, but it's a good representation of this woman's romance, sweet, tender, kind of romantic fiction, 64-page, thin little paperbacks. And so we'll take a look at those, and then we're going to move these up, and we're going to take a look at something else. Take a look at this box set of romance and nurse stories. 10 books in the box set. They were 95 cents each. This is from this is from Uni Books by Modern Promotions, a division of Uni Systems or Uni Books in New York. Romance and nurse novels, stories. And it's 10 books for a $9.50 value. $9.50 for all these 10 books. But if you look at it, it's like 95 cents a book. So 10 books is $9.50 anyway. So they're not even giving you like a discount when you're getting the books in this box. I guess they figure they're giving you the box. So, you should be lucky and happy. But I mean, the box is really nothing to write home about, but neither are the books actually. But a lot of them have, are books by Peggy Gaddis. There's books by Peggy Gaddis. And there's some books with McGuire covers. So we'll take a look at some of those now. These are not in any order. I think they just put them in this series. So there's Big City Nurse by Peggy Gaddis. And Double Duty Nurse by Arlene Fitzgerald. Again, these are romance authors, so I don't know much about them. Congo Nurse by Ruth Ives. I don't know too much about the names, although Peggy Gaddis, of course, is Florence Stonebreaker, who wrote many sexy digests in the 50s, and then they reprinted a lot of them in the 60s and 70s. So she's a well-known author, but some of the others I don't know. The artwork looks pretty bad. I didn't really like too much of it, but on some of these, interesting. This one, Everglades Nurse. Must Nurse Jenny keep a vow to the man she loves, even if it means losing him to another woman? Must she? And this is Everglades Nurse by Peggy Gaddis, and that may be a Maguire cover. I'm not sure, but it may be by Maguire. This is Emergency Nurse by Peggy Gaddis. Two doctors loved her. Only one could make her dreams come true. Nurse Elaine faces her most fateful decision. And that is definitely a Maguire cover. Next one is Nora Was a Nurse, again by Peggy Gaddis. They don't put too much information in these books. Originally, this was a hardcover from Acadia House in 1953. Probably had other reprints, and then this is the Unibook romance. Nora Was a Nurse, Peggy Gaddis, another Maguire cover. So here you have three by Peggy Gaddis, Florence Stonebreaker, her romance nurse novels reprinted. And those are definitely Maguire, and that might be Maguire. Next one is Nurse Under Fire by Florence Stewart.
Can you show us the backs? I think the backs.
Yes, I could show you the backs. That's what I was going to do. Here's the back of that one. And I'll show you the backs of these. That's the back. Just has a little bit about the book and then some of the art from the cover. And this is Nurse Under Fire. Next one is I'll Never Love Again by Peggy O'Moore. Her head told her he was ruthless, but her heart called it love. And the next one is That Girl by Jean Bauman. A dark yesterday stood between her and her dream of love-filled tomorrows. That Girl. It's not the same book as That Girl from the Marlo Thomas TV show. And the last one of the 10, and don't forget they were giving you a good deal on these because it's you get the box set for just $9.50. But if you bought the books all together, 10 of them, it still cost you $9.50. But then you got the box, which is nothing to write home about. But An Old-Fashioned Love by Fern Shepherd, which is like the biggest nothing cover I've ever seen. I mean, it's like ridiculous. And the back cover, actually the back cover is more interesting than the front cover. Terrible. But just a little romance, something for the ladies, some nice little interesting look at the, I hope interesting, at the Woman's World Library series of British slim paperbacks from 60 to 64. And this look at these Unibook Nurse box set, 10 books from around 69 to 71. And hope you enjoyed this look, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for looking.